we are going to pick up someone, and then we are headed up to go horn serpent hunting. So,
you're gonna need gas soon, too.
Soon, but we could, I guess, fill up while we're there. Well, we can stop at Maverick and fill up. I have my wallet here. So. Okay, what about next Saturday?
Next Saturday, yes.
Okay.
Making up for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but so next Saturday you have a 5-day week plus a vacation day.
Yep. Plus the holiday.
Well, that's vacation day, holiday. So...
decoys out, but some of them out at least. I don't think I'll see geese tomorrow morning, but we'll see.
Well, and it sounds like Mom might want to take us to dinner.
Tonight?
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
She said, "Are you available tonight?" And I said, "Sometime after 6 or 6:30.
She said, "Okay."
I haven't heard back. But, Mom. That's why I'm stating that that's a possibility. And luck.
She's looking at us like, who are they? It's automatic, so you just push the button.
Yeah, that's not my car. I said I had a minivan.
Oh, Brad's got the white van. It's a minivan.
My car, remember
You're looking
the
at
wreck?
who the heck is that?
They took, usually they go for the same size and everything of vehicle you have.
Yeah.
I'd called like a Thursday.
Yeah.
And they had it scheduled in Vernal, and then I called the one, and they're like, just call the one up there when they realized where we were and talked to them. So I called the one up here, and I talked to them, and they said, we're good, we'll have you one. They asked the type of vehicle, whatever else. They found the reservation, etc. They said they had it in their schedule, and we would be good.
Yeah.
So Tuesday morning I called, and they didn't say anything. When I was on my way, they came and picked me up, and then they said, for some reason, it was still in Vernal.
Oh, no.
So they're like, so we could, if you don't mind, would like to upgrade you.
Oh, cool.
And they were offering trucks and stuff, and I'm like, I'll take whatever.
Yeah.
You serious? We have some vans.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I could handle a van, but that's going to get worse gas mileage. I'll get 25 to 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, and they walked out, and they're talking minivan.
Oh.
And we'd been talking about the fact I could handle it because I grew up in a family of 8 kids.
Yeah.
So driving those vehicles. So when they said van, I'm thinking, your 12 to 15 passenger van.
Yeah.
So I was shocked that it would get 25 to 30 miles an hour.
A gallon, not an hour.
A gallon. Anyway, I was totally shocked. And then...
They've come a long way in.
Yeah,
mileage.
but the 12 to 15 passenger vans still do not usually get 25 to 30 miles per gallon, you know. But then, whatsoever.
I can't remember what's wrong with Brett's van.
Nothing. It's just I'm the one driving.
Well, I thought you said that. Oh, what's his name takes it to. Oh, that's what it was. Last Sunday, he took it to church.
Yeah. Caden will take it to church with him off and on.
Yeah.
So that he doesn't have to take his truck that gets like 15 miles a gallon.
Or less.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel sorry for him driving that truck. I really do.
His mom bought him the truck, so it's really hard to complain because it was a gift. But the gas mileage on it is
sucks.
Atrocious.
It's a V8.
Good truck, then.
It's a V8.
Oh wow.
It's an older truck.
Yeah.
It's a 92 V8. You know the motors back then.
Yeah.
And so she
They
was
were
just
built
trying
for power.
to get him a vehicle. And part of it also, I can see where she was coming from.
Yeah.
Because he's so tall.
Yeah.
So her whole focus was to try and find a vehicle he would fit in to drive. That wasn't going to cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah,
and
got us.
So
It'll just cost you an arm and a leg to drive it.
Yeah.
Last Saturday, I was supposed to be pheasant hunting / goose hunting with duck hunting with a guy that had never shot a goose in his life. And well, at 7:45, when he got down towards the pond I pheasant hunt, the sky just went black with geese. I'm the only one in the group that had a shell big enough to bring down one of the geese. You'd laugh. The first group I shot into, though, knocked me on my butt. I was laying on my back. I was laying on my back shooting.
He's told me of many a time he's literally laying on his back shooting straight up.
Because Wyatt knocked me on my butt because I was shooting straight up at me, basically straight up above my head, and I was on my knees.
Didn't you learn in hunter safety you never shoot straight up?
It was basically straight up. It was at an angle, so the babies aren't going to come down at me. They didn't come down at me. I'm smarter than that. I had that happen when I was 13, 14 years old, and I don't ever want that happening again. We had 4 of us blaring, younger teenagers blaring at ducks and all that in Menden Bottoms and Paul's Land. Don't tell Paul we went down there, but we did. But we were on the road straight up. We shot straight up at the ducks, and well, no dead ducks. Next thing, oh crap, duck! As the pellets are coming back down at us.
Oh, I forgot I was going to stop and get gas. I guess I'll go right and go around, and we'll make a quick detour. That is
How much
one.
gas do you have?
8 the tank. And I don't know if I want to risk it with it not being my vehicle. So I don't know exactly how well it'll do.
Gone through that
I
one.
could have, but I looked at that and I'm like, I don't know how this vehicle well enough.
To go off-roading, sort of.
Yeah, well, that's part of it. I don't know what that road looks like.
Yeah.
And where it's a rental. Like, if we were in my car, we would have been down that road.
Yeah.
Because I know my vehicle. I know the deep, I can watch in front of me and know where I have to hit things to be able to hit it right and not damage the car.
Yeah.
With this one, I don't know those that well yet.
Yeah, my buddy, I was out with coworker. He had 4-shot. He had pheasant duck load, and he showed me the shell he was shooting. Like, that's not going to do anything against that big goose. And he's, yeah, I know.
How do you go hunting and not bring the proper shells?
We didn't know we were going after geese.
Oh.
That's just it. We were not expecting geese, and then voila, we saw probably anywhere between 100 and 200 geese that morning.
Yeah.
And he just
20-minute time period.
He keeps
That's why
some
you always bring
extra.
shells, just
Yeah.
in case.
Well, and that's exactly what he said that
I
morning.
had a feeling that
He's
morning.
like, you know what? Just in case, I'm gonna grab some of these geese loads.
Just in case. Guy even heard me say it.
Yeah, that's funny.
Just in case, I'm gonna grab some of
I
these
probably
goose
won't
loads.
need them, but that way I'm not
That's
kicking
exactly
myself.
what I said.
Yeah.
It broke the goose's wing. I had to chase it down.
Oh, poor thing.
Geese nowadays are,
Tough.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is one thing I will say that the hunting's done. Is
They are tough.
the geese that are living are the toughest ones.
Yeah.
To where,
Survival of the fittest.
They
yeah.
are tough.
And
I mean, I can have them 15 feet above my head,
Yeah.
literally pulling the trigger, and you'll just hear the shot go right across their belly.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. They just keep flying.
Yeah.
He's had geese that, like, literally they thought were dead.
Yep.
Yeah. And
They
jump
like
up
they
and fly
shot
away.
him. Well, and they jump up and start. He had one. Thought was dead. Jumped up and started moving. The dog went after it. Or,
Dog
no.
jumped and saved it, and it saved us all from
And
it.
so they and brought it back to him. So they smacked its
And I
head,
smacked its head across the pole, killing it.
Yeah.
thinking he
Thinking
killed
it dead. I set it down, his head was up against. Next thing I knew, his goose's head popped up and started running off again, and flapping and running off. Like, what the heck?
He ran. He run.
So then I my dog ran and grabbed the goose, brought it back to us, and
Dog's like,
I
"What
did
are
the
you
same
doing?"
thing. I did the same thing to it, and
It
thought it was
still
dead.
didn't kill it.
Next thing, what? There's his head going up again.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, are you freaking serious? And it took off.
So then he
I was like, "Are you
finally
freaking
wrung
serious?"
its neck.
Yeah.
No, I beat the crap out of its head till I knew it was a bloody pulp and it was dead. I'm not very nice to geese, am I?
No.
But the thing is for it to last through that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, it
There's a
used
lot
to
of
be
brilliant
the
stuff
one.
there.
It used to be the one hit
Yeah.
on a post would take it down.
Yeah.
We
We
do have the
definitely
card.
need in
You
here
have your card. I obviously don't
and
have
a
mine.
Pokestop.
Fun?
You have your.
I do.
So it really shows you that it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, this is another place that it could get submitted. I was showing Caden on the way home the places I think would, right near our house, that would qualify. And he's like, because one of them's like the Karchner Homes, but a metal, huge, more permanent sign. So I think it qualifies.
Yeah. So you like your iPhone?
It's not an iPhone.
Oh, I thought you got an iPhone.
It's a OnePlus.
Oh. For some reason I thought you had an iPhone.
Nope. Probably because Brett keeps saying that his charger doesn't work. My charger doesn't work on his phone. But his phone has the old Android adapter rather than the C.
Oh. So what all needs to be fixed on your car?
So they hit the back and damaged that back fender, and I'm not sure what else, because I talked to him this morning, and he said they found damage that they had not seen from the outside.
Oh, really?
Like, originally. So when they pulled it apart, they found extra damage.
Yeah. Huh.
We do know the alignment was screwed up.
Yeah. Huh.
And things like that, so...
Wow, she got you pretty good then, didn't she?
Well, so the vehicle moved, and you remember how the pumpkins and all the wood?
Yeah.
How much it filled up that back?
Yeah.
It moved, all that was still in
Oh, you're kidding.
when she hit me, and it moved the car.
Wow.
Like, it slightly tipped the car.
Yeah. Wow.
So you can imagine with all that in it, and it slightly tipped the car.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason I think she was just in a hurry.
Yeah.
And so she...
So I was going to say, if you're pulling into a spot, you're not going that fast. I mean, it'd be like just bumping into you, you know? You wouldn't think it would do...
Plus the
much
cars, you
damage.
gotta think, that car was made to collapse.
Okay.
I will say that. That car was totally made to collapse.
Yeah.
What car?
Mine, if it gets hit.
I forgot that they had a Maverick out here when you talked about stopping in a Maverick. I'm like, what Maverick is she talking about? There's no Maverick on the way.
There is.
Surprise, surprise. Yeah, with geese, the only way I know they're dead is if they're sitting there on the ground and not moving.
Yeah.
And not moving for a while.
Yeah.
He learned his lesson there. So,
That's a long line of cars.
yeah. I have a feeling this light will let everyone through, but no guarantee.
Doubt it.
Hopefully.
Well, it does have the pressure,
Yeah.
and I've seen that light stay green for quite a while
Yeah.
as a huge group turns left.
I haven't.
So, we will see.
Caden's talking about going on Dowland and that. I have no problem with him doing that.
Like, come on, cars, go, go, go.
It turned yellow as we pulled into the
Barely
intersection.
made that.
You got lucky.
The car behind us also got through.
Yeah. How many went through after him? Or
None.
Oh.
I said the car behind us
Yeah, that's
for a
true.
reason. But I don't know how many were behind him that
Yeah.
got stuck, if any. So... I'll have to look later. I was gonna show you what I made for Angel Goddess's daughter.
Oh. You made something for her?
Mm-hmm.
Or like,
So you know they're in the South, right? But it's kind of cold. They're cool for them.
oh, yeah.
So
Where is she at?
I can't remember for sure what state. I
Yeah.
just know they're over that way. And you know, cool is like in the 40s and 50s for them.
Oh.
And so Steph was gonna make some stuff, and Angel's daughter asked for rainbow or for unicorn yarn used to make it, and I was pretty, and I'm like, well, I can do that one. You know, I could do any of them, but Steph was like, I can't do that as well.
Silver alert.
Oh boy. You know what? Of course, this 511 is ridiculous that they keep using that.
Why?
It doesn't call. Like, it frequently gets so overloaded it doesn't call it right. Things like that. That was the problem we had on the Amber Alert. Yesterday.
That woke me up 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Woke me up 2 nights ago. It drove me
A lot of
nuts.
people could not get any information about it.
I just got home when it went off. It's weird that I didn't hear my dad's phone go off. My phone went off twice, but none of my other phones went off.
My phone went off twice. It annoyed the crap out of me. The first time I ignored it. The second time, this guy reached over. Okay, I'm done with this.
So mine went off. And I said, okay, you know. His went off, and he reaches over, and I don't know what he did, but somehow he silenced it temporarily. And then
I didn't do anything. I didn't even touch my phone.
Well, it looked like you did.
I didn't.
And so then I looked over, so I went, okay, we're good. And then it went off again. And then it went off again.
Oh, you're kidding. Wow.
And I was just going, this is ridiculous. I am not listening to this all freaking night because you can't figure out how to turn it off.
That's weird. Mine only did.
It does not have a SIM card in. You know, my old one?
Yeah.
I just keep it plugged in my room to play, you know, I have one game that goes, that it's a time thing. So the more you have it, the longer you have it on, the better you do.
She can play as long as it's connected to Wi-Fi.
So as long as I'm connected to Wi-Fi, well, then this one doesn't even always have to be connected to Wi-Fi, just sporadically. So as long as it's plugged in, then it can sit there playing the game for me. It's the idle miner, so it just sits there. As long as you've got the game open, you get more points than if you've got it closed.
900 acres to development. What's there to develop up there? 900 acres? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna develop?
Anyway, so, and I keep the sound off on it. Because there's no need to have the sound on, you know? Well, I look over and in the morning, it still had it sitting there waiting for me to hit OK.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, thank goodness I didn't have the sound on. That would have annoyed me. But so it went to that one too. So it is interesting that it didn't hit any of your other phones.
Unless it's because I hadn't had them connected to Wi-Fi yet. That's the only thing I can think of, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Because you can donate a phone, and even though it's like,
well, like I said, my one,
anything, you can still call 911. And so I think the Amber Alerts still come through them.
Well, that's what I was saying. My phone that basically is like that.
George Weasley
was connected.
There at the end.
Yeah, it was connected to Wi-Fi, but at the same time,
I've gone against one of them and he ran. I've almost got his brother though.
Now I do know I think you have to approve to get Amber Alerts every so often. So maybe those phones haven't had that approval go through yet. Or
maybe.
something.
I don't know.
because I did get asked on my phone that I haven't approved it before on.
Yeah.
It asked me, you know, it went off, but then it asked me, are we okay to do this? So if somehow someone said no or something or whatever, maybe that's why they're, who knows?
Yeah. I got my George.
That is a bird this guy refuses to let me hunt for.
Oh, why?
They're too pretty.
Oh.
Her opinion, they're too pretty.
So for anyone that doesn't know, it was someone hunted a swan.
Yeah, I've seen one George and he ran. Yeah, look, there's deer.
Deer.
Well, I can say this one, no one in our Discord group can complain about not being able to make it to Manaway. We had plenty of other seats.
Yeah.
And I offered. Yeah, what I wasn't sure
I
about
don't know who this is.
how it was going to go with the dentist.
Fast forward Charter High School. That's who's
Sometimes.
calling you, sweetie.
Okay. Sometimes it ends up, I finish with the dentist and I'm just worn out.
Oh,
if that
really?
makes sense. Well, because of how long you have to sit there with your mouth open. And
Katie's got a $150 to
Is that because of
$500
the
fix.
elder?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that in and of itself could cause me to dislocate my jaw.
Yeah.
Just having it open that long, wearing those muscles out, everything else.
Yeah. So is you just getting a regular checkup, or?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But even then, like right now, my gums and everything are swollen like crazy. Because you know how they check the pockets? Okay, so for they use a little probe and after a certain age, and they check how deep.
Oh, receding your teeth
Yeah,
are.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Well, because of the EDS, everything's easier to damage.
Yeah.
So they're all like irritated right now from that. They actually, because of the EDS, they only check once a year rather than the twice a year that's usually recommended. Because of that, because it's so for actually, what I've been told is now I don't brush for a few days. I just rinse with mouth. Yeah, just use mouthwash because we have to get it healed before. If I were to brush,
Irritate them.
yes, precisely. We don't need to keep it irritated all the time. So we need to give it some time to heal.
Yeah.
Which you can imagine if that was every 6 months that you didn't brush, that you didn't even have the option really of brushing for a few days, could quickly go bad. But so we're
Really?
just kind of watching.
You just robbed me of that. Literally, you just robbed me of that Hogwarts one. I caught her.
Okay.
And it didn't count it.
Didn't count it. Stupid. I had it caught. I beat Angelina Johnson. She was beat.
Well, you didn't beat her. You beat the confoundable guardian.
I beat the confoundable guardian and Now I got the black screen of death. No. My phone was cooking again.
What?
Wrong one.
Hey. Not my window.
Like I said, wrong one.
Does he have the power to unroll my window?
I didn't do it. That was Sky.
I grabbed the wrong window thing because I don't know my.
Oh, it's Fox.
I don't even see Fox.
He's behind. He's the other direction.
Oh well. Not gonna get him, so oh well.
Okay, let's see if anyone said anything
Maybe
while I
when we
was
come
driving.
back
Nope.
around. Yeah, he was on the left side of that end.
Okay, let's wait for this car.
You guys drop your burritos. I did.
I don't think I have one.
Oh. So I need to send you a burrito.
So you
Yes.
did, but it doesn't give. It didn't give any leaping toadstools.
Oh, you're kidding.
Nope, it gave the powdered dragon claw and one other, but not leaping toadstools. And I was like, right, that's what I need.
Weird.
So basically, I've got to one of these times drop a leaping toadstool somewhere, and when I actually can go, yeah. Bingo!
Bingo, what? One serpent. What was the wrong one?
I don't see it. There it is. I'm like, did you put a trace down?
Traces don't work.
Our traces don't work. You have.
Worth it.
I think I showed that one.
The last trace I put down didn't do nothing.
We don't know why, but.
You can roll the window up. I'm getting cold.
Okay. You have your thing.
I know. Neville's here.
Oh, swooping evil.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
need
didn't
that.
see Neville.
I didn't see Neville either. I'm pulling in here so I can
need
get out of the
swooping evil.
road and go after this.
I'll definitely come after swooping evil.
And it departed. I should have dropped the.
Oh, Angel Goddess is live now, playing GTA.
Mm-hmm.
Boom! Got it.
I need one more. Neville was it? The one that he turns into a toad?
No.
Oh. What other
The
Neville
other
is there?
one. The Neville with the cabinet where he puts a feathery cap on. Snape. Severus Snape.
So it's one of the 9 3/4 ones. Oh, okay.
Or the Hogwarts, not 9 3/4. It wasn't the red, it was black.
Greenhouse is out of rain. Has that greenhouse always been there?
I think, but I'm not positive. you're going to go check.
Yeah.
That works.
What?
She's checking to make sure the greenhouse has always been there, and if not, add it in.
Yep, it's there.
Okay.
I guess it's been so long since it's been over here, I forgot.
Well, and we weren't really ever after greenhouses.
No. Yeah, I wish they'd let you open 20 gifts a day. Like, I've already opened my 10.
I haven't opened any of mine yet today.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Gobbler.
Because I knew we were going to be coming up here, and so I spent my day busy dealing with my other YouTube channel and making the thing for Angel Goddess's daughter, and, you know, trying to find a pattern for gloves for kids so that I could give her a matching pair of gloves. And everything I can find is either mittens or fingerless gloves. And it's like, I'm looking for regular gloves, not fingerless, because fingerless is, if you're not used to the cold, and that's why you're getting these things, fingerless doesn't solve the issue.
Oh, I'll take this guy, this girl.
That. I didn't think of that.
What girl? What? Where's she at?
Right here.
No, she's not.
Yellow flame. Black
don't
with
see
yellow
her.
flame.
We'll go forward and see if we see her again.
I think Brett put down a trace tonic.
Nope. Nope. I don't have a trace tonic down.
We came this way. I didn't see her coming in. Where was she at?
Literally right here.
Well, we moved.
And I'm not seeing her.
I don't know. Maybe I got
There
lucky.
she is. It's the yellow mugwort.
Uh-huh. Yellow,
That's why
black.
you picked her up when we went past the greenhouse.
Not when we're right
Not
here.
where we turned around at. It's like, what? There's nothing here. What do you mean? Maybe his phone is like slow. It's behind.
Maybe.
He was just getting to the greenhouse as we was turning around. Hey, your nemesis Angelina's here.
Good, I'm going to go after her after I start another port key.
Where's the horned serpent? Or is it being drowned out by the events?
I don't know. We'll see.
I
hope
don't
no,
want
not.
the greenhouse. I want Angelina.
But you might get a good gift.
Good Angelina. I'll stay this time instead of. She didn't record or anything. My phone just blinked out and went to the normal screen with the map. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, mine does that too sometimes. But I always just figured I got it.
I didn't, so
How do you know?
I
Because he
checked.
needed one more.
I needed one more, and that's all I needed is just that one. And I checked, and
Yeah, I never remember what count I'm on to go check.
Yeah, I don't either. In this case, I think he saw at the top he only needed one, and he was like, oh good, I'm gonna get it, and then didn't get it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes that's easier to remember.
Yeah.
Is when you see it's your last one.
Yeah.
Of course, we're a little bit, or you know,
No, we're not. It's been dawn for a while.
dusk.
Or dusk for a while.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if we're right at the
maybe
beginning.
We were a little bit late.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Because we usually wait for 30 minutes after dusk starts.
Yeah.
And it goes till 30 minutes before dusk ends.
But where it gets dark faster in winter, that's going on. Because it seemed like it was always based on darkness.
Mm-hmm. But we aren't as dark as it when it would stop.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that we still have.
There we go. Maybe something will come into that.
He just dropped the tray.
Drop the dark detector.
No, a dark detector.
Drop the dark detector.
We
on
should
that
have
end.
stopped then, and all of us dropped then. Oh well. We can get it on the way back. Guess that is one thing. We could hit them up on all these ends where they said they'll bring in stronger. And just keep going back and forth. I think it zoomed itself in even at one, you know.
Mine will do that too lately. It's like so annoying.
And then you're like, okay, stop.
Yeah.
Give me a bit more room to see what's going on.
Ah, there's a red one. Hagrid! Ah! I don't want Hagrid! This guy's laughing.
You said a red one. I thought you meant
A red
serpent.
flame.
Well, it was a red one, but I thought it was a serpent.
I wish it was a serpent, but it was just stupid.
Hagrid.
Stupid Hagrid. No
I'm
one
pulling
knows.
over for a minute so I can see what. Guess what? Ah,
What?
we just missed it.
No, I got it.
What?
So you and I missed it.
Horned serpent.
It's just this way a little bit. I saw a hint and then it disappeared. So I'm trying to get back to it. Oh, I forgot I have a backup camera.
Her body's there too. There it is.
There.
What is there?
Horned serpent.
Havarti.
She's up at the end now.
The yellow stream on the gray.
I'll take her. She came to the dark detector. more of you. I've already could tell.
So they are coming in. It's just
slow.
Mm-hmm.
Red flame.
It is fox.
I'll take fox.
Red flame? I don't see no red flame. I see an orange flame.
Fox is gonna run away from me. See? I'm good. One
hit
spell cast.
departed.
He's gone. That's all I ever get on Fox. If I don't get him with the first volley, he's gone.
See, this is the one that gets me. These are approved, but like that rock was not.
Oh, yeah. Well, these are old though, established.
That's
so.
true. But still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, for people watching, we have a rock, one place, a housing complex development, whatever. They have a rock that's their sign. So it's a permanent fixture, and it's like printed into the rock and stuff. And it's right at the edge of the sidewalk and all the housing and everything. But it got denied. It got denied, and yet some other places are being approved. And so it's kind of interesting to try and know what qualifies when some that are even more questionable are approved, and then
gotta
some.
get her to.
Going too fast.
We gotta get her what?
I don't remember what I was going to say now. I gotta do my fortress battle.
I hate that. Like, you're not even going 5. Oh, you're going too fast. Really? You figure. Alright, I guess I'll try my hand at getting fox. Since I have a Baruch on.
You'll get him your first
I
try,
did.
you watch.
I got him on my second spell cast.
As I said, I cannot get fox.
Wow.
Don't think the end's reset yet.
That one had.
No, okay.
The second one. The first one had it.
Zap, zap, zap. I don't need this Green God Bank teller.
Yeah. That's what
Really
I was just
serious?
about to say.
Are they both serious? Off her body?
One for body. And guess what? I don't have it.
Are we close enough yet?
Oh. Serious? I don't need serious.
The other one.
I only see serious.
Really? Well, when I saw her, she was right by the end.
One right next to the end right here.
Is there two of them there?
No.
Serious? I only see the one.
Huh.
I think it came into the dark detector, and I guess we missed it just off.
Snake's on the dark detector too.
Serious is on the.
I think they both were.
They both were.
I hear an echo in here.
I know you hear an echo. It's a good thing to hear.
I was saying that I think it had its time had passed, if that makes sense. Because we do know that there are stuff that comes into the dark detectors.
Aren't there as long?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
they're
They don't
about
stay
3
there
minutes.
About 3 minutes.
Oh. I thought that they.
No, they're not here for a half hour to an hour like the others are.
Half an hour.
I wasn't sure what time.
I know it's half an hour because I sat there and timed it one day. Actually, I think I have a stream test
You do.
where I checked it out.
Yeah.
You do.
I literally streamed for the whole time just to get proof of exactly how long it was.
I remember that stream. The only thing was when you started the stream after the thing came in.
I think it was within second or
Yeah.
within a short bit, but yeah. Because I didn't know how to. I needed to have it be one that I knew I could watch.
Yeah.
So I needed to have it a higher level one. Obviously, back when we didn't have as many high level ones.
Yeah. Oh, the Quidditch cup.
Quidditch cup, which one?
It's in the dark detector. It's
Oh, boy.
the magical game. Ooh, it's my last one.
Didn't get it. Oh well.
I think I just finished another gold page.
I bet if that was the last one you needed.
I didn't get it, so
Yep.
oh well.
Departed.
We're not seeing very many horned serpents.
I agree. That makes me sad. But at least we are seeing some. We could have it be like if we went around our area.
No.
Which, yeah.
Where's the centaur at?
It was a plain purple one right there.
No, I didn't see it. All it says the brilliant. And there's a bunch of blue stuff.
need, you flame monster. If I had a turkey tag, I could have shot a turkey last Saturday.
Yeah.
Right in front of my friend's house.
Cool.
This is a little tiny cemetery. Oh my gosh.
Hmm?
This is a little tiny cemetery.
Yeah. Well, it's not like there's a lot of residents here.
And how many people that do come are going to want to, that do live here are going to.
What?
I was debating if I should go the other way out.
Oh.
But one thing we know now is that you can get to that inn even when it's dark,
Yeah.
because it's outside of the cemetery.
Yep. What's that orange flame?
What orange
Oh,
flame?
drop.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Drop.
I just got the last piece of grop. I don't need grop.
Well, if you have a Barufios on, it's 560
Port key
XP.
unlocked. That was quick.
And I unlocked the port key too. And I'm putting on my 5. I have a quandary. I have 4 port keys with dragon eggs. And I can't decide whether to. What's this one? Oh, buckbeak. Orange flame. I can't decide whether to.
And he
open-
missed it.
And I missed it.
You missed it, or he
Yeah.
he
Buckbeak's
departed?
not here.
Oh. Can't decide whether to open one of them or all 4 of them. Oh, Buckbeak departed.
We haven't
Good thing I
used,
didn't need him anymore.
I need Buckbeak.
so I saved mine and
Yeah.
used them during an event
Yeah.
but they haven't had those for a while.
Yeah.
The past couple of events haven't been open so many port keys.
Yeah, no, they haven't
No.
been.
I thought the last one did.
No.
No.
Oh. Huh.
Where are you, Buckbeak?
You're at the greenhouse.
If he's still not showing up, he must have departed.
Or maybe you need to go down the road further. I don't know.
I guess I can try. I was hopeful we wouldn't have to go way
Yeah.
down.
There he is.
There he is. Okay.
There's my Buckbeak. Be a good Buckbeak. Be a good Buckbeak.
I don't know. Is he after the? Is he good if he goes after it? Uses a bunch of spellcasts to get him? Jeez. Didn't depart, but
Did on me. One spellcast gone. He would have been my last piece too.
Oh, dang it.
to be honest, I thought I had all of him. But then when I went after him and realized I didn't, I was like, okay, go after him. What?
I've got like 4 extravagant spell energy just from over here. Gifts.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be saying wow if it was someone gave them to you.
Here are these dark detectors. Nothing really. Boo!
Gryffindor.
Rubber ducky, normal.
No, that quick doesn't. You have, they changed the rules to 30 seconds.
But does it count if somebody's singing?
I don't know there, but. Bingo.
Bingo!
Bingo. Bingo.
Horned serpent.
Where?
Behind us.
No, it was still in front of us, and I pulled over pretty quickly.
I don't know, I just got him.
Okay, I may have to go around. Let me quickly catch, and then I can...
We got Salazar. There's 2 Salazars here.
I don't need Salazar.
I don't need him either.
Okay, so watch and tell me if you see him.
I thought he was turning around.
Yeah, I am.
Oh. Right around the parking lot.
Yes. Which is the easy way.
Yeah.
Because it was, I think, more over this way. So I figure if I go this way, it gives you an even better chance to possibly see it. Oh, shoot.
Was it back
I
by
thought
the
it was
greenhouse
back that
more?
way more.
No, I can go back more, but it wasn't because when I
saw him on my phone,
bingo,
he was behind me.
There it is.
Okay.
I
That's
thought he was
weird.
behind me because when I
Because
clicked on it, he
mine
was
show,
behind me.
and you can watch if you watch the replay, you'll see that it was like in front of me when I said bingo, and so I thought for sure it was in front still, if that makes sense.
My refuel ran out.
Never mind, I dropped another one.
But it is getting closer to dark.
I need to do a fortress.
Yeah, we got fortress. I got port keys that I can open. So that's what I'm thinking, because we always need 5 fragments, and so I can only pick up 4 port keys at a time. So that's why I'm debating on whether to pick up to open one of my 1Ks I can have more important things though.
I would say either work.
Yeah.
It's hard to say which one's going to be the best
Yeah.
because, yeah.
You're going a little too fast.
I'm sorry, but I've got someone behind me, and all we need is it to be the policeman again. And then, I mean, obviously it wouldn't be your lights out this time, but still, yeah.
Old beater truck.
But I didn't know that. All I could tell was someone was behind me and their lights were on. There's only so much you can see because it's getting darker.
I don't need the executioner.
It's XP, Brett. You need it if you want to level up.
I've given up on the leveling up
That's fine,
thing.
You don't catch things. I don't need it. So I'm not going to
Okay.
catch it.
And
Kind
that's
of like Caden. You haven't heard what Caden is. Sky and I would like to do another round of EX raids to get an EX possible gym for the lion out.
Yeah.
Caden won't do it.
Why?
I don't want it.
I don't want it. I already got him. I don't need another one. Really, it can be an EX potential. I already got one. I don't care.
Crazy.
I know this. Bryson was not a happy camper
The other day.
the other day.
I know. I felt so bad.
Well, what we said,
Well, I
we
had to go to
said.
work, so I couldn't. I needed to go in,
Uh-huh.
and like 2 people were there but didn't check in. And so we thought, oh, well, you got 4 people coming, so you should be good.
Yeah. Well, and what we said was we were like, so
And
we
I don't know
bet.
why he didn't have Anna stay out to help him. He's like, no, honey, go ahead and go in. I'll be good.
Well, and what we were saying, because he didn't share that information, he just said everyone went in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we did.
and we were like, well, for Goddess Diana to go in, she either one thought she had it worked out to where it would be good,
Yeah.
or 2, she didn't realize, that they weren't there. Someone said, yeah, everyone's here, go in.
Well, we did the list, and it said that there was 3 more people coming, or 4, I don't remember. And so yeah, I thought, well, I think he'll be good. He's got a 40, and then his backup account's level 36. And the one guy he said was, a decent level. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and
He made a big announcement at that raid at the Mercury. He says, I am ban crazy right now. I'm going to tell you, if anyone jumps in, I am going to ban them.
well, because what's his name wasn't there yet.
Brody.
No.
Shocking.
Yeah, Brody showed up and he said, I'm sure you won't stop me either, will you, Brody?
Yeah.
And he says, nope.
Yeah, people at the EX right now, it's like, man, it hashes and just everybody just jumps in.
Yeah.
I know, I've noticed that.
I don't understand why.
Well, so we've been at raids before. We had one that we went in. We asked, like, is everyone here? Yeah, everyone's here. 4 or 5 people are telling us that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
We
so
jump in and
jump
find
in
out someone was left
and find
out.
out, and it's like we got told And it, as you know, we don't check Discord as much. You know, half the time we aren't even responding on, we aren't even saying we're coming on Discord. So we wait, but even then when we show up, we're like, okay, is everyone here? Yeah. Are you sure? Have you checked Discord? Yeah, we checked Discord, everyone's here. And that's when it's annoying to me.
I'm doing this fortress.
Okay, let's go down one.
Woo, red flame Hogwarts.
What? I see 9 3/4 orange.
Fox!
Do you want me to catch it for you, Brett?
Try your luck. He runs on me every time I've tried.
I'm cooking back here. Brett's
there is a control back there.
What the hell?
What?
It went out. It went out of it. Your screen went black and your phone is
possessed.
So you control back there?
Okay.
I have no control over back there.
Well, you do.
I don't know how. I've tried to look. Oh, there it is. Now, but it didn't switch to there before until you did that.
Oh. Yeah, if we turn around and go back, I'm sure it would.
Yeah. I'm thinking
But it was on the dark detector, so I don't know how much longer.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
I didn't realize that. So I was just going to hit these ends and go back, but knowing it's on a dark detector, I'll turn around.
You ready for snow this next weekend? Next week?
Sure.
I'm not.
Why not?
One thing about it, it'll make my decoys stand out better.
Oh.
So he is, but he isn't. He doesn't. So I hate
driving
this.
in it, but I enjoy the snow.
Yeah.
Actually, I will say this about him. So, he complains if there's too much rain, or if there's not enough rain, or if it's too hot, or if it's too cold. And it's just like, you aren't going to have perfect weather, honey.
No.
Oh, why not?
And so it's just...
I think
Gone.
no, that's not it.
So for the summer...
Well, was it down further? I thought it was down further.
Down that way further?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
So for the during the summer, or not the summer, the winter,
Yeah.
well, and even the spring and stuff, I'm like, people are complaining that it's raining so much, and I'm like, you know what, I don't like the rain, but I know we need it, so I'm not going to complain, and it'll keep it cool longer in the summer. So I'm not complaining.
He's not there. He's gone.
Sorry.
Sorry, Brett.
It's okay.
And so I'm not about to complain because I can deal with the rain. I can cover up.
Yeah.
But I can't uncover beyond a certain point in the summer.
Yeah.
And so I'll take the rain, even though it soaks me through.
I'll take her.
Oh, I hope I get it.
Vardy
It's the
Patel.
last one. It's the last one that I need.
Yes. And so that's my take on it.
Yeah.
And then he sits here and complains. And it's just like...
Shush. Plenty of rumpin' horns.
Yeah, if you want a trace detector. doctor or a trace person on anymore, but I don't know. I think they're working good for you still, right?
I haven't tried in a while.
Oh, okay.
So.
Gosh, that thing is being a pain in the derriere for you.
Mm-hmm.
What thing? Oh.
Did you hear what daring I did about a week ago?
Huh? No.
You want to tell her, Sky?
What?
He went into the dark chambers.
Oh.
And on Sky's stream, and she said, "Did I just hear that right?" Yes, folks. You heard that right. That's my husband saying he wants to do dark.
Yeah, I remember.
It was last
that.
Monday.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the X-ray to pop.
Yeah,
And I was like, and not even at a sponsored gym, really? Anyway, I'm ready.
Which one? Dark Chamber 1.
Hey, why does he keep choosing dark chambers when we're not at sponsored
I
gyms?
gotta use my healing potions.
You don't need to yell. We're all in the vehicle.
Sorry.
With you. What is it? Stronger United? Is that the one we're on? Guess it doesn't matter. You
Unless,
haven't used your heal. You're still on that portion
Yes.
of the task? Oh my goodness, Brett.
so didn't you hear what he did?
I made a blunder yesterday.
Yesterday, you made about 3 with it.
Ooh, there's an elite pixie for me.
There's an elite first Death Eater, too.
Yep, I saw that.
So he seriously brewed something else at the beginning.
Yeah.
After all my warnings to be sure and brew this.
Shush!
And then, so he had me straighten it out, speed things up so that he could get
Shush!
the first potions.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, after this, you need to brew 2 strong existimals.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Oh. Oops. What'd you brew, Brett?
I don't remember.
What?
He dropped something else, and it was like, honey.
Last night it did super existimals, or the potent existimals.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. It was the potents. And so I was like, and I had told him, and after those, you're going to need to drop 4 healing potions.
Yeah.
So then he finishes this strong existimal and drops more potent.
Oh, oh, Brett.
Shush.
I don't like these 1+ drops. Dodge. How dare you dodge?
Here's my healing potions done.
I think I better go after this one. And then he dodges me. Fear circling. Kind of figured you guys would prefer me to go after him. Oh, I know what's going on.
What?
I forgot to drop my 7. Is someone almost? Yes, someone's almost done. Because I was in such a hurry that I only gave 1. At least I think I forgot to drop it. I'll have to check. Maybe I did get it down.
One hit? Are you serious?
And you're complaining?
I know, right?
No. I'm not complaining. Let me get that clear.
Are you sure?
What are you saying? I should go after something?
I'm not going after any of these. Oh, there's my battery saying at 15%.
So I guess when you're done with the others, Goddess, let me know and I'll jump out.
What?
Okay.
One left. Might help if I get the right end of this cord. Kids got me into another Pokemon game, Goddess.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's Sword and Shield.
Oh. Cool.
They bought Sword and Shield for the whatever you call it, gaming system.
The Switch.
Switch.
Cool.
6 out of 11. Harry's two-way mirror. Oh, I got a piece of the two-way mirror. Nocturne Alley, 15.
I got the Deluminator. Well, should we do Forest Chamber 5? I don't have enough potions to do dark. Brett needs to give me more warning. So
I know.
Do we want to do Forest Chamber then?
I don't care.
Do you want extravagant spell energy or, let's see, a regular runestone gift?
It don't matter. I mean, I've already opened my 10 today, so.
Well, but that way it's sitting there waiting for you. Steph wants energy.
Which one? Goddess says Forest Chamber 5. We'll do Forest Chamber 5 for her.
Oh, is that going to be too difficult for me?
You just did it dark. Come on.
I know, but I don't have a lot of potions.
Do we want to drop down into the towers?
We can either do Forest 1 or, I don't know, you want to try doing Forest 5?
It's up to you.
Doing Forest 5. If it's too hard, we can drop down.
It's a Forest 5?
Yeah. You gonna join us, Brett?
I joined you.
Okay. There you are.
Am I going to leave you high and dry?
Huh?
I'm not going to leave you too high and dry.
Oh. One for all of us.
Yep. They can say you've actually done a dark chamber, I think.
Yep.
So my guess is Steph didn't come in because Angel Goddess is live and she's moderating for, and especially because Angel Goddess hit, 600 subscribers?
Oh, yeah? Cool. There's nothing here for me.
There's a really strong Urkling up top.
This guy's got 2 elite Urklings.
One fierce, one dangerous. I went after the worst elite so that you could, if you wanted to, could go after the other one.
Okay. And then you got an elite Acromantula that just came in.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, I got a pixie.
There's an elite Urkling, too.
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
That's what we were saying, Brett.
Yeah, there's nothing for me.
There's also a fierce, not elite, but a fierce out there that I think I need to go after.
Nothing for me. This is no fun when I have nothing
This
for me.
thing, dodge, 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 dodge. There. I'm going after this one to give you guys a chance to take the worst thing out, if that makes sense. Because he's as bad or worse than the elites. No, the Fear Circling 1726.
Take the elite formidable Urkling.
Mm-hmm.
figured I'd leave the elite acromantula for you.
Well,
That's
I can't
fine.
do much, so nothing for me.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that
Put hexes on our Pokemons.
that's... dodge, 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 dodge,
They're
dodge.
not Pokemons. There's nothing for me either. Hey, Brett,
Yeah.
can I get another focus, please?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'll drop 2 or more on you.
Alright. Let me know when you're done and I'll jump out of this.
Done.
She's done.
Okay.
Come on!
What?
I hit start 3 times and it would go just back to the main screen. That's what.
That's weird.
You'll be able to watch it on the thing. I'm running out of potions, that's why. I have plenty of healing, but
We're
rather
done after this one.
than drop another potion,
Yeah.
I figure I got 3 minutes. There's no reason to hurry through. This one's a fierce too, that's why.
Just bags.
I got the probability probe.
Okay, I don't think we're gonna get any more. I was just seeing if my mom called or texted.
You know, I'm thinking we better be
Heading back.
that way.
And it's dark.
It's not waiting on us.
I think what it is, so my parents take us out for our birthday dinner.
Yeah.
And yes, my birthday's been a while ago, but this is pretty common for my parents.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be November, December, January, and they're like, oh, wait, we never took Sky out.
We better take her out.
I was born at the worst time
Yeah.
Deer season.
for a for a game processor.
Yeah.
Deer
Because
season.
without fail, it's right in the midst of the middle of the rush.
Yeah.
It's not like early on so that they could maybe take time out, or later
Yeah.
so they can take time out. It's right in the thick of
Flat
it.
screen of death.
I mean, probably the Christmas I remember the most is I actually woke up on my birthday, just ignoring the fact it's my birthday, and it was my 16th birthday. Not very many people will ignore the fact it's their 16th birthday.
Yeah.
But it was a Sunday, and where it was right, it may have been right around, but, you know, sometimes it would go weeks before Mom and Dad said anything or whatever. Because they'd be so busy, you know.
Yeah.
And I had no problem with that. And usually I'd get a couple cakes, you know. So I'm thinking this is what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
And I come downstairs, and Mom and Dad got happy. Both of them were waiting and told me happy birthday and had this huge present. Huge. And I'm going, whoa, you know, just that, you know, total shock, you know.
Yeah.
It was a specially designed cedar chest.
Oh, wow.
So my dad and I are extra sensitive to the cedar smell. And so most cedar chests are completely made of cedar, right?
Yeah.
And so anything that goes in that cedar chest is going to
It smells like cedar.
come out really, really strongly.
Yeah.
And for us, you know, it was, okay, hang it outside for like 2 weeks a month, please. You know, that's how strong it was to us. We like the smell once you dampen it down quite a bit. He had the back and the bottom made of cedar, and all the rest was made with another good quality wood. And then at the bottom were 2 drawers, so that you would have so you could get cedar in the stuff in the drawers, but then in the chest too. But not overwhelming cedar. And I still have that cedar chest. I need to get the hinges fixed and the, you know, if I'm going to get a lock fixed, maybe get the lock fixed because the key's been gone for years, but...
You lost the key?
I had it on one of my keys that I took everywhere with me. And one time while I was married to my ex, all of a sudden the whole thing disappeared. And so, yeah.
Can't tell you how many times she loses her keys.
I usually find them, Brett. This was a case of we knew I had them when I left the house. And my ex could not figure out how they disappeared. That's the key is even, you know.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, so the key was on there. And luckily it wasn't locked.
Yeah, that's good.
So, but otherwise it's in really good shape but yeah,
Cedar chest.
that's cool. Yeah.
I could have made one in wood shop in school, but I didn't with Mr. Blotter. That was my woods teacher instructor, is Mr. Blotter.
But what I was going to say is, so you can imagine it was even more surprising to not just have them remember, it was within days of my birthday, if not actually on my birthday, and I could swear it was on my birthday. And then it was something that obviously had to learn. And he had, because at the time I was not into cake, so he had a great big huge chocolate chip cookie like the size of a kitchen table. The size of, no, I'm not. We've got pictures of that. He had a friend who had a pizza oven.
Yeah.
So that was big enough, and literally that was my birthday cake for that year. And my mom has told me over and over and over, no, she had no hand in that. That was 100% my dad.
Yeah.
And that was like one of the few years he was not doing game processing.
My 8th birthday, I was in Korea. The new church, we were the very first one. My dad was mission president, by the way, over there. He was a mission president. So I lived over there for 3 years. Brand new church, so it was the first one to be baptized in their font, new church. Like, cool. My 12th birthday, I remember my dad handing me my first shotgun. It was a single shot that Caden broke. Handed it down to my son, Kay, and he kind of was hard on it, just a little bit. He tripped over in a plowed field, went down on it, frozen clawed. Next thing I knew, Dad!
He felt bad about it, too.
He felt terrible. As the butt's in pieces, literally the butt of the gun is just in slivers. And my 14th birthday,
he fell with it.
He fell with it, so he put his full weight on it. Caden put his full weight. You know, Caden's not a small boy. So it shattered that gun. He's got my old gun I bought years ago now that he uses. But then my 14th birthday, I got a new shotgun. I got my first pump-action shotgun and a rifle. Both of them. From my dad.
Cool.
Some of the most memories I have with my dad is out pheasant hunting with him. He doesn't do that anymore. I bring it up and he says, I'm too old for that.
Anyway, so what brought that up is, so this is pretty common. You know, this is what I've known my whole life, in general, which shows you, but it also shows why that 16th birthday stood out so much, because it wasn't the usual, oh yeah, have we even had a cake for you yet? Another one since we have it here, and it would be like, but there would be no presents. So that, you know, so the fact that there actually was a present, and I never complained. At least that I know of, I never complained about little to no presents or things like that. But that's what made this one even more so significant to me. Because it wasn't just something small that maybe they hurried and grabbed it because they remembered, or them totally forgetting. It was, they got out of their way to remember a huge present that was specifically tailored just for me. Because even at that point, it may sound weird, but I was already asking for Christmas for things like dishes and silverware and stuff for the future. And so this was something that literally I could keep with me for life. So it was obvious there was thought put into it along the lines of what I wanted. So
so is it the normal size of a cedar chest, or
it's taller?
Yeah.
And I think it's a bit, not quite as long, it's more, so it's tall and thinner. Or, I mean, not quite as
wide.
Yeah.
Like long.
Yeah,
long.
not quite as long.
Which is it?
But so the width is about the same.
Yeah.
The length is shorter, but it's it's taller. So it holds about the same, but it really means that the scent, well, it's perfectly, it's got enough to keep moss and everything else out. It's not so strong that you can't take something out and use it within a day.
Yeah.
And so
I've seen some cedar chests that you can't even wear the clothes. It smells so bad. Cedar.
Mm.
The scent of cedar is just wow.
Well, and you've seen, what my cedar chest is like. It's, yeah. My kids are jealous too. Let's put it that way. Mindy. And the thing is there's no way I could ever get another one made by without trying to find someone else to do it. The guy who made it died just recently. Died this past year, I think it was. And it was a shock for his family too.
Yeah.
This case,
Yeah.
he had been. They had given up Christmas to pay for a family trip.
Yeah.
Because that's what he loved. He loved spending time with his family.
Yeah.
And so the whole family had talked about it, and they were planning this trip. And he was the pallbearer for one of his friends.
Yeah.
And right there, he had a heart attack.
Oh, wow.
Died.
During the service.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow.
During the graveyard service for his friend.
That's too bad.
And the family vacation was like a week later.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
A week or two late. Or a week after his funeral.
Yeah.
Or something. A week or a month. But right there. Really close.
Yeah.
And so you can imagine the shock to the whole family.
Well, that's like when Ginger passed in April. It was a shock. Like, we had no idea it was coming or nothing. I mean, she'd been sick, so she'd been in bed for the first over the weekend, which was rare for her. Because even when she was sick, not feeling good, she would still get up and, do stuff. But she had an appointment because she'd been having problems with her heart. She's had 2 open heart surgeries already.
Mm-hmm.
And she was having issues, so she had a special appointment down in Ogden. And so they went to that, and Dad said that, like, she was so weak, he had to help her to the car, like, she could barely walk on her own. And yeah, it was shocking. Yeah, she got down there, and, like, the doctor looked at her, and they immediately put her in ICU.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and she didn't survive the night, unfortunately.
I felt bad for this family, though. So the wife, her dad had died, and it's been quite a while.
Yeah.
But he died because he combined water and electricity accidentally.
Oops! They don't work. Sorry, that's a no go.
So he was digging a ditch,
Yeah.
and
Like a buried power line.
digging a ditch in the rain, and he hit. It was in Wellsville, so they have the open irrigation,
Yeah.
and that's what he was digging,
Oh, wow.
and hit the
Power line.
Oh, jeez. Was it not staked out?
No.
And he didn't call blue
No.
stake before?
Yeah.
Well, this was like, I will admit, and like I said, it was, and I think it was more like 20 years ago. Because more like 20 years ago, because I think Stephen was like maybe 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But so it was it was before the real push on, because I remember Stephen was littler,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. But so her family doesn't go the normal way it sounds, it seems like. And so I feel bad for her. And even worse is she's a nurse.
Oh no.
Or at least, was for years and years and years and years. But yeah, so I would have to have someone, and I don't think he even kept the blueprints or anything, so they would have to look at the cedar chest and then try and figure out how to build it from them. And but to show you, he actually had work contracted with my dad that he'd agreed to do.
No.
So my dad gets, it's like, because they basically ask him to preside over the set and everything, because by that point, he was branch president over not Sunshine Terrace, but Terrace Grove.
Oh.
And so, and usually, you know this, but I'm going to say it for the stream. Usually we have bishops, branch presidents, stuff like that are usually the ones that take over that. And even though he wasn't in their ward, he was also a good friend. So
we're almost home.
Did you hear about this?
Wow.
And I was like,
so
or did you know, thinking it was new? And I'm like, yeah, I knew a day or two ago.